Dímelo mi gente, Marcuccio here again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Ondo Tokenization Roundup, where we talk about all the biggest news that are happening in the RWA space / tokenization. We have a lot of great news, so please always make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel from the bottom of my heart. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first one comes from the SEC Chairman Paul Atkins. He says crypto time has come. So at the inaugural OECD Roundtable on Global Financial Markets, SEC Chairman Paul Atkins announced to the world, crypto time has come. We must ensure that entrepreneurs can raise capital on-chain without endless legal uncertainty. And we must allow for super apps, trading platform innovation that increases choice for market participants. Also, I found this news really interesting. The second one, it says, SEC Chair Paul Atkins says they will notify businesses of technical violations before taking enforcement actions, marking a shift from aggressive enforcement approach. So this is really interesting. A lot of crypto business users receive these cease and desist letters without really telling them what they may do or what they may not do. So it looks like they're taking a more light approach, issuing kind of warnings or like technical, like what they quote unquote technical violations to maybe, hey, you know, you're doing this wrong, please steer this way, or you should do it this way, or you should do it that way, right? So I think this is pretty good. Instead of pushing businesses away and making them unable or not able to produce the best products here in the United States, take a more light approach. So, you know, I think that's really great. You can read the whole keynote address here. They talk about a lot of great stuff. They also talk about Project Crypto and some of like AI and finance and a new era for market innovation. So I think that's pretty cool. This second one, the article from Bloomberg, if you have Bloomberg, you can read it. I personally don't have Bloomberg, so I'm just going to read this. So it says BlackRock explores tokenized ETFs. So the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, is exploring the tokenization of exchange-traded funds on the blockchain. The New York firm aims to tokenize funds linked to real-world assets such as stocks, pending regulatory approval. So that regulatory approval should come in the following weeks with the Clarity Act soon to pass. I hope it passes, right? The next one also comes from the Nasdaq. It says that the Nasdaq makes push to launching trading on tokenized securities. So that is amazing. The filing comes days after the SEC unveiled its rulemaking agenda, which include a potential amendment of its rule to allow for crypto to be traded on national security exchanges and alternative trading systems. And you know me, we're not biased here. We're not biased in this channel. I always like to look at the positives and the negatives. And I kind of agree. I'm not agreeing, but I understand where they are coming from. So the World Economic Forum, in a report released in May, pointed to a lack of sufficient secondary market liquidity as well as a lack of clear global standards as two major challenges for adoption, while the World Federation of Exchanges voiced concerns and called for regulators to crack down on the rush to tokenization. So I don't think it's being rushed. I think it's years in the making, right? We've already seen a lot of tokenized stocks. So I don't think there's kind of a rush. I think it needs to happen quick, you know, sooner rather than later. So I don't think there's a crack, you know, per se, but I do understand where it's coming from, the sufficient secondary market liquidity. So that's why you see a lot, and we talked about it in a recent video, that's why you see a lot of like, you know, on X stocks or if you want to buy tokenized stocks, as of now, with barely any money, right, like $100, $50, $20, whatever it may be, you're not gonna get that liquidity crunch. But if you are in the higher ups, like in the millions, in the 200,000s, and the tens of millions, right, you're gonna get a lot. That liquidity is just not there at this moment, but I think it's gonna be there soon. But I kind of understand where they're coming from. As well as others have cautioned that tokenization could introduce new systematic risks, especially in the absence of stringent regulation. In July, Hester Pierce, a commissioner at the SEC who frequently spoke positively about cryptocurrency, said tokenized securities will not be able to circumvent existing securities laws. So hopefully that changes, right? Hopefully the laws are basically, you know, not the same, because I think it's two different assets. So these new laws have to be pretty good so everyone can have the same access or the same security, right, that these securities or these traditional securities have. So I think this is a great article. Everyone should read it as well. And last but not least, Tether unveils USAT, its planned US regulated dollar-backed stablecoin, and will appoint Bo Hines as a SEC of Tether USAT. So this is pretty amazing. If you do not know, USAT will be established as a US regulated stablecoin designed to provide businesses and institutions with a digital alternative to cash and traditional payment rails, governed by strict regulatory standards and backed by transparent reserves. USAT will set a new benchmark for compliance and accessibility for the U.S. stablecoin industry. This is also designated to comply with the recent enactment of the Genius Act, the landmark of U.S. legislation governing stablecoin issuance, marking a major step towards aligning digital asset innovation with the country's established leadership in financial regulation. So overall, I think this is positive. A lot of people were asking me, hey, is this the same as Tether or USDT? It is not. This one is specifically for the United States and whatever regulatory clarity or unclarity we have here, and USDT is for, more global, right? Not to say that you can't use both, but it's just that it is the main big difference. So, intrigued your thoughts? Please let me know what you think about the video. If you like the news, what news was your favorite? If I missed any news, it really helps the channel. Thank you so much. We just became YouTube partners, so it really means a lot. All the recent, subscribers, all the recent people that comment, whether it's positive, negative, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Please let me know how I can make these videos better. Please let me know what you guys want to see, and girls too, what you guys want to see. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please remember, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.